Okay, beautiful people. Today we're going to talk about adding and subtracting decimals. So you learned adding and subtracting decimals in elementary school, and last year in 6th grade we reviewed it, and we are going to review it again in 7th grade. So today we're going to go back over the rule and then do a couple of examples. So our rule for adding and subtracting decimals is to line up or stack our decimals. So we're going to stack the decimals or line up the decimals like buttons on a shirt. So we're going to stack the decimals. So if you have a decimal, then the next one, then the next one, they should be stacked on top of one another. All right, so in our first example, we have 15.43 plus 6.78 minus 12.3. Well, we can't do two operations at one time, so we need to follow order of operations. And so we know that adding and subtracting are like brother and sister, so whoever goes first gets to go first. So in this case, the adding is first in the problem if we move from left to right, and so we are going to start with addition. So just like last year, we're going to box the part we're working on, and I'm going to come off to the side and stack my decimals. So I have 15.43. Notice I make a nice bold decimal, and I'm going to add 6.78, and I'm just going to fill that gap with a 0. So now my decimals are nice and lined up, and I can go ahead and bring that decimal straight down in my problem. I am adding, so 8 plus 3 is 11, carry my 1. 1 plus 4 is 5, and 5 plus 7 is 12, carry another 1. 1 plus 5 is 6, and 6 plus 6 is 12, carry another 1. And 1 plus 1 is 2. So when I added those, I got 22.21. And just like last year, when we're done solving, we're going to cross it out and rewrite the rest of our problem. All right, this time I'm going to box it again. And it is a subtraction problem. So I'm going to come over here and rewrite 22.21. And I am subtracting 12.3. Notice I still lined up my decimals, and this time I'm going to fill that gap at the back with a 0. I'm going to go ahead and bring my decimal straight down in my problem. 1 minus 0 is 1. I cannot take 3 from 2. So more on the floor, go next door. So we need to go next door and borrow. My 2 becomes a 1, and my 2 on this side becomes a 12 because I borrowed 10 from my next door neighbor. So 2 plus 10 is 12. 12 minus 3 is 9. I have another borrowing situation because I have 2, and if I only have 1 of something, I can't take 2 away. So I need to borrow again, so I got to go next door. So I borrow, and I end up with 11. 11 minus 2 is 9. And 1 minus 1 is 0. So I end up with 9.91. I cross that box off because it's been solved, and there's nothing else to bring down, so 9.91 is my final answer, or 9 and 91 hundredths if you wanted a fraction. 9 and 91 hundredths. Okay? All right, example number 2. We are going to go shopping. So the table shows the prices of some clothing items at a store. Daniela purchased 1 sweatshirt. So down here at sweatshirt, I'm going to go ahead and say that's a times 1. I'm going to get 1 of those. And then 2 pairs of jeans. So next to jeans, I'm going to say times 2. And 3 t-shirts. So next to t-shirts, I'm going to say times 3. It says the sales tax for the order was $8.72. So I'm going to go ahead and add under my items, tax, $8.72. So I know that I'm going to need 1 sweatshirt. I'm going to need 2 jeans. So I'm going to have to add that $30 twice, and 3 shirts. So I'm going to need $8 3 times. And then I'm also going to need to add in that tax because tax is something else we have to pay. And then the question says, how much change did Daniela receive if she gave the cashier $130? So she handed her $130 cash, And the cashier is going to give her back some money after she's paid for all the items. So first, we need to find out what is our total cost. So let's figure out, let's make a little note for ourselves. We're looking for the change. So how do we find change? Well, we're going to take cash, we're going to subtract cost, and that's going to equal our change. Okay, so I made myself a little note. I'm looking for change. Well, we know our cash was $130, but we don't know our cost yet. So how do we figure out our cost? Well, we're just going to add up all the items we bought. And remember, some of the items we bought 2 or 3 times. So I'm going to add them one number at a time. So I'm going to start with my sweatshirt. I'm going to go ahead and label so that I remember and I can double check. So I have a sweatshirt for $25, big decimal, and 50 cents. And to that, I'm going to add a pair of jeans. So I'm going to label that with a J. I'm going to say one of those is $30.65. So I'm going to start with one pair of jeans, and I'm going to add the other pair in just a minute. So 0 plus 5 is 5, 6 plus 5 is 11. Bring down my big bold decimal. 1 plus 5 is 6, and 2 plus 3 is 5. So far, with just one sweatshirt and one pair of jeans, she spent $56.15. So let's keep adding jeans. We need another pair of jeans because remember, she bought 2 pairs of jeans. So another $30.65. We're adding together our items. 5 plus 5 is 10, carry the 1. 1 plus 1 is 2, plus 6 is 8. Bring down that big bold decimal. 6 plus 0 is 6, and 5 plus 3 is 8. And now I can double check my jeans. I have my sweatshirt. Yes, I have 2 pairs of jeans. Excellent. All right, now let's switch it up and start adding t-shirts. So I'm gonna say I have t-shirt number 1 is gonna be $8.40, and we are still adding all of our items together. 0 plus 0 is 0, 8 plus 4 is 12, big bold decimal. 1 plus 6 is 7, plus 8 is 15, carry the 1. And 8 plus 1 is 9. So with one t-shirt, I'm at $95.20. So I'm going to rewrite that up here at the top, $95.20. And now I'm adding another pair of jeans. I'm sorry, not jeans, a t-shirt. Apologies. Another t-shirt, right? And it's going to be $8.40 again. 0 plus 0 is 0. 2 plus 4 is 6. 5 plus 8 is 13. Carry the 1. 1 plus 9 is 10. So let's double check on my t-shirts. Let's see. I've got one t-shirt here, one t-shirt here. Oops, I still need one more t-shirt. So I'm going to give myself another t-shirt check, and I'm going to add one more t-shirt, $8.40. Again, this is for a t-shirt. 0 plus 0 is 0. 6 plus 4 is 10, big bold decimal. 8 plus 3 is 11, plus 1 is 12, carry the 1. 1 plus 0 is 1, and 1 plus 0 is 1. So let's double check I added all my items. Do I have a sweatshirt? Yes. Do I have 2 jeans? 1, 2, yes. Do I have 3 t-shirts? 1, 2, 3, yes. So what's left? Ooh, I need to add my taxes because I have to pay those as extra money. So I'm gonna grab my $8.72 in taxes. Label it as taxes. 0 plus 2 is 2, 0 plus 7 is 7, big bold decimal. 8 plus 2 is 10. 1 plus 1 is 2. Bring down the 1. So what was my cost? My cost was $120.72. And remember, now we are subtracting because I gave her $130 in cash, and I have to take away how much I spent, the cost of my items and the cost of that tax. So she's going to tell me how much change did I receive. So let's subtract. So can I take 2 from nothing? No. So I need to go next door. But uh-oh, they have nothing. Go next door. They have nothing. Go next door. Oh, there's a 3. So let's borrow from that 3. So when I borrow from the 3, it becomes a 2. And then I'm going to borrow, and that's going to become a 10. But remember, I need to borrow for next door. So then that's going to become a 10. But remember, I need to borrow for next door. So now I have my 10. So 10 minus 2 is 8. 9 minus 7 is 2. Bring down your big bold decimal. 9 minus 0 is 9. 2 minus 2 is 0. And 1 minus 1 is 0. So how much change did she receive? $9.28. That's how much money they gave her back after she paid for all her items. Notice that $120.72 was an answer choice, but that's not what they asked. Remember, that was our total cost, right? And we didn't ask for total cost. It asked for how much change. So we knew that one was gone. And $9.28 was our change. So go practice decimals, guys.